The hero reaches for the lever, the villain is closing in. This is the moment your readers have waited 200 pages for. And then you ruin it with a 3-line sentence full of adjectives. Today we're talking about the heartbeat method. I'm going to show you how to use fragments, single words, and lonely paragraphs to make your climax feel like a physical pulse. 1. The theory. Why short is sharp. When we're scared or excited, our brains don't use fancy grammar. We see things in snapshots. Long sentences feel like a stroll in the park. Short sentences feel like a sprint. Fragments feel like a gasp for air. 2. The transformation, the before and after. Let's look at a lazy climax versus a staccato climax. The boring version. Adrian stood before the crowd and flipped the switch on his invention, but sadly the machine didn't make any noise at all, and the silence in the room became very uncomfortable as everyone stared at him. It's fine, but it's flat. Now let's apply the heartbeat method. The staccato version, he switched it on. No whir, no flicker. Silence. It spread through the hall, thick and watchful. 100 held breaths. Nothing. 3 rules for your climax. 1. The 1-inch paragraph. Use a single sentence or word as its own paragraph. It forces the reader to stop. It creates a cliffhanger at the end of every line. 2. Strip the subject or verb or both. Fragments like 100 held breaths or adjusted a dial focus on the action or the image, not the grammar. It's more cinematic. 3. The rule of 3. Notice the rhythm. No whir, no flicker, silence. 3 beats are the magic number for building tension before a drop. Example 1. The suspense thriller. The goal: to make the reader feel the character's panic and the sudden realization of danger. Before wordy passive, Sarah reached into her velvet-lined purse to find her house keys, but as her fingers brushed against the bottom of the bag, she realized with a growing sense of dread that they were no longer there, even though she was sure she had packed them earlier that morning. After, the heartbeat method. Sarah reached into her purse, fingers brushed the lining. Leather, a gum wrapper, no metal. She dug deeper. Her breath hitched, gone. Behind her, the heavy click of a car door. Example 2, the sports climax, the goal: to mimic the fast-paced, tunnel vision feeling of an athlete in a high-pressure moment. Before, Leo looked up at the scoreboard and saw there were only 5 seconds left on the clock. So he dribbled the ball past the defender and took a deep breath before leaping into the air to take the final shot of the championship game. 5 seconds. Leo pivoted, dribbled left. The defender was a blur of jersey and sweat. He found the line, planted his foot, up. The ball left his fingertips. The world went quiet. Example 3, the sci-fi fantasy discovery. The goal: to emphasize the weight of a specific object or a shocking revelation. Before, after they spent hours digging through the ancient ruins, the light from their torches finally landed on a golden chest that looked like it hadn't been touched in centuries, which made everyone stop talking immediately because they were so surprised. After the heartbeat method, the torchlight flickered. It caught a glint of gold deep in the dust, a chest, unbroken, unopened. It sat like a heavy secret in the center of the room. The team froze. Nobody spoke. Nobody moved. They had found it. Why the after versions are better for a climax. White space makes the page look faster and less intimidating. Missing verbs or subject focuses the brain on images, the what, rather than the process, the how. Single word paragraphs acts like a jump cut in a movie, forcing a mental pause. Okay, so you've seen the magic, but how do you actually do it without making your writing look like a broken telegram? You use the shredding checklist. These are 4 rules to help you tear apart a boring paragraph and rebuild it into a high-tension climax. Rule 1. Kill the filler. First, we have to kill the fillers. In a climax, your character doesn't have time to explain why they're scared. They don't start to do things, they just do them. Don't write. He felt his heart start to beat faster because he was afraid. Do write. His heart hammered. Rule 2. The zoom in. Rule number 2. The zoom in. Use a single word sentence to force the reader to look at one specific terrifying detail. It creates a camera close-up in the reader's mind. Examples: wires, blood, shadow, midnight. One word, one period. Huge impact. Rule 3. The heartbeat paragraph. This is my favorite. Take your most important action, the moment of no return, and give it its own line. Surround it with white space. It forces the reader to stop. It makes them wait for the next beat. Example: he reached for the handle. Locked. Rule 4. The power of 3. Finally, use the power of 3. Humans love patterns of 3. Use 3 short fragments in a row to build a rhythmic drum beat before the final reveal. Try this rhythm. Breath in, hands steady, snip, 1, 2, 3, boom. Now it's your turn. I'm putting a bloated paragraph on the screen right now. It's a whole lot of boring words. Pause the video, grab your shredding checklist, and see if you can make me hold my breath. Caleb looked up at the cliff above him and felt his heart start to beat very fast because he could see that the rope was beginning to break apart. He reached out his hand to grab onto a small rock ledge that was sticking out from the mountain, but his fingers were so cold from the snow that he struggled to get a good grip on it. The wind was blowing incredibly hard against his back and making it difficult to stay still, and then he heard a loud snap from above him, which made him realize that he was about to fall. How did you do? If your version felt faster, scarier, and more like a movie, you've nailed it. Remember, you don't always need big, fancy words to be a great writer. Sometimes the most powerful thing you can do is stop. Give your readers some air. Use that white space. Let the fragments do the heavy lifting. If you like this shredding technique, hit that like button and subscribe for more ways to level up your storytelling. I'll see you in the next one. Happy writing.